死んだは初めて俺に伝えている。
絶望の匂いだ。
面白いこと見せようか。ほら、こんなに家賃が多すぎて。
お父さん。
あかん。
ドナルド君、まだ死ぬ時じゃないでしょ。
アメリカ、万歳。ファイト。
絶対負けないよ。
ランド、スライドまで。
出ろ。だってまだサンキュー言ってないでしょ。一回も言ってください。
おい、仲良くしてね。この世界、季節にいけるかな。昔グレートだった。大きにまたグレートになるかも。あのさ、有名人なら誰かのマンコを掴んでいいさ。そうそうそうそう。言い放せるで。
Fuck! That means I have to drop gifted memberships to start. What's going on, everyone? Welcome into CobraCast 199. I am your host, Jeremy Prime, Mage IDOT of the 199, Unit 199. Happy to see all of you here on a Saturday. Roll Tide, Alabama won. I'm not going to get many of these this year, so I'm going to take these victories where I can get them. All right. So Roll Tide. All right. I'll celebrate because the last time that I wore an Alabama hoodie or shirt on a stream, it was after we got destroyed. So it's nice to at least have a victory, but we're facing Georgia in 2 weeks, and I don't think that's going to go as well. But it's always happy on football Saturday. Love college football. Georgia and Tennessee had an absolute, unbelievable game between Georgia and Tennessee. Congratulations to Georgia. I know Tennessee fans are heartbroken over that one. It was a hell of an SEC game. There it is. Since I made the mistake, there's the gifted memberships. The reason I went ahead and went live early is because Kate dropped a $50 super chat. Kate Banfield dropped a 50 and says, my biggest super chat to date. Because let's be honest, there's no financial motivation for a straight woman to throw down money. But fuck it. This week sucks. Hey, I hear you on that. And I appreciate it, Kate. Thank you so much. So you guys can thank Kate for the extra 15 minutes. Okay. So there it is. Thank you, Kate. Hail to you. And I really appreciate that. Bubbo Yogi says for 20 says this week really sucked. Thanks for doing what you do. I'm still dropping my membership until you cut that wannabe Fabio MacGyver hair. It doesn't help you look better. You still have a pretty mouth, boy. Hail the 199. Yeah, I don't know. I don't know when I'm gonna cut the hair, man. I don't know. Part of me doesn't want to cut it, but we'll see. We'll see. I don't know. Homicidal Violence, which is a strange name for a screen name. But I appreciate the membership. I hope you're okay. Mola Ram says this dipshit can really stream, huh? Not really. Wolfman says F nice grifter mute. What do you expect? Eric K says, I was just texting you muted, you professional. Psychosis member message, thank you. Ort with $1. The horror host says, since we're talking about college football, can I shout out my alma mater? NC State, now first in the ACC. NC State is first in the yeah, because Clemson lost. I don't know if North Carolina, I didn't look at I think at the half, North Carolina was, of course, they lost already, North Carolina, but so NC State is number one. The ACC kind of sucks, but congratulations to you. But Alabama sucks too, so it's all good. Let's see. All right, my favorite mods are here, says Island Girl. Listen, we got to talk about today. So today was a huge new development in everything going on with this crazy situation with the death of Charlie Kirk. First of all, it still hasn't completely set in, and we'll see how this all goes. But like, before we get into the bad stuff, I think it's important to show this right here. Now, let me remind you, when St. Floyd died, they burned cities to the ground. They destroyed businesses. They assaulted people. People died. That's what happened, because everybody had to get their Nikes, right? We are not the same, because Charlie Kirk gets murdered. And this is what happens. People come together and they pray. We are not the same. And this should put it into perspective for everybody. This is how the non-leftist side reacts. But when St. Floyd died, violence, destruction, businesses destroyed, lives destroyed, threats, everything. We are not the same. And that's just the truth of it right there. Linko Kenobi for $50 says, "What's up, Jeremy? Did you check what Tree Bear sent you? It's hilarious. Show it to everyone. Hail to 199. Hail Charlie Kirk." Tree Bear. So first of all, Tree Bear had a new meme that I didn't look at yet. I also love Tree Bear's new profile picture. Let me show you. Let me see what Tree Bear sent me. Well, first of all, Tree Bear's got this new profile picture that I think is awesome. So look at that. That's awesome. Nice work, Tree Bear. I respect that. Tree Bear 199. Hell yeah. And then he's got the oh, what would we be without the memers of the 199? Of course, here we have RK Outpost as Homelander. It's Billy Butcher. I'm Starlight. I didn't sign up for this. Zeltroid is Queen Maeve. So there we have it. But look, we've got stuff to talk about. So I'll look and see. I'll go to my DMs here in a minute, Linko, and thank you, brother. I appreciate it. But back to this. I mean, we are not the same. So we've had a lot of new developments today. And it all started with this right here. This report right here. Charlie Kirk assassin Tyler Robinson lived with his transgender partner, sources tell me. The individual, and this is where I had an issue with it, because we have to get away from this nonsense. But I'm going to read what Brooke says right here. And I'm nothing against her. The individual, who is a male transitioning to a female, is fully cooperating with the FBI. Sources tell me the FBI had text and other communications between Robinson and the individual that helped FBI authorities solidify that Robinson was indeed the shooter. Now, what I said about this is, where's my tweet? My tweet was right here. Because she says the individual who is a male transitioning to be a female. I said, the individual who is a mentally ill male is fully cooperating with the FBI. Because let's stop with this nonsense. There is no such thing as a male transitioning to be a female. That is not possible. Stop entertaining delusions. We're done with this shit. There's no such thing as this shit. It's a mentally ill male. That's what it is. Call it what it is. Simple as that. I'm not taking shots at her, by the way. Her reporting was good. This was confirmed. And let me remind you that the left told us, remember what the left said about all of this? Remember all of their tweets saying it was a Trump supporter, a straight white male, all of that? Oh, yeah, that was their narrative right there, over and over and over again. As soon as the story breaks, because leftists don't have any ability to process information, they react emotionally. This is what they do. They don't have the ability to take the information in and go, okay, let's look let's kind of think about this. Let's process this. No. That's not what they do. I mean, like right here, far right extremist. Why did trans people do this? This is when they were still running with the narrative that it was a Trump supporter, because this is how they operate right here. They're broken. There's so many tweets up right now exposing these people for all of the crap that they said, all of the lies. I think this is pretty accurate right here. Starts life as a normal kid, stumbles upon trans porn on Reddit, becomes addicted, joins a Discord where he meets actual troons, gets brainwashed by shit-lib ideology, starts dating a troon, slowly becomes a left-wing extremist, decides to commit a heinous act for clout. This is the perfect leftist arc right here. This is the danger that we're facing. Make no mistake, it's going to continue if something is not done about it. And now, it would appear something could be in the works. From my understanding, Trump actually shared this on True Social. I haven't confirmed this, but I've been told that Trump shared this video. This video is going viral right now, and apparently Donald Trump shared it to his Truth Social. Listen to this.
Alrighty, this message is for President Trump and his administration. If you stay to watch the video, please tag him down below, share, and repost so we can try to get this to him as quickly as possible and hope that he can do something with this.
He did? Okay.
President Trump, as a supporter who voted for you 3 times, I am hoping and praying that you will revisit what Barack Obama and Joe Biden got rid of back in 2013, which is the Smith-Mundt Act, which held news corporations accountable for lying to the American people and spreading propaganda instead of truth. I think instead of bringing it back as a Smith-Mundt Act, you name it the Charlie Kirk Act, you make it a law, and you make it damn near impossible for these people to continue to lie to the American public, which has brought chaos, hatred, division, and anarchy all across this country. Fines out the ass, which will damn near bankrupt their companies should they lie to the American people ever again. They can have their opinions, that's fine. They need to state that it is their opinion and that it is not a fact.
Thank you.
Because of their constant lies, a man lost his life over it. Because of the constant hateful rhetoric of calling him a fascist and a Nazi and a white supremacist and a bigot, the same thing that they've called you, this man is dead. I think this would be a great legacy for him to have a law named after him, to force journalists to finally start telling the truth and having the integrity that they have lacked for over a decade. I hope that this gets to you. I hope that you think about it and that you pass it into law. Because we are on a dangerous path right now with the constant lies and the propaganda. And that doesn't end just at news journalists. It needs to go to content creators who consistently spread lies and propaganda and half-truths across the internet. This needs to end. And people need to start being held accountable for baseless claims over absolute abysmal things. It needs to end. So please, if you have it in your heart to have the time to do this, get this in front of Congress, get this passed as a law, and start holding these news corporations, be they right, left, or center, accountable for their behavior. Thank you.
Perfectly said. I have chills listening to that. And yes, so everybody said that, yeah, Trump did share this on True Social. So Trump posted this directly on True Social. So he has seen it and he posted it directly. And that is amazing. Her name, is this her right here? I think this is her. I'll follow her right now. Yeah, so this is her Twitter account right here from what I think this is her. Awesome. Absolutely awesome. This is so good. And I'm glad that Trump is aware of it. It's exactly what we need. Absolutely beautiful. Now, let's actually talk about the information that we learned today. So Benny Johnson has a video over on his channel. We're going to watch Benny Johnson's video. And I want to try to help Benny out because he needs. I think I should take my significant following and try to boost Benny so we can get some attention on his channel. You may not have heard of Benny Johnson, so I'm going to try to boost his channel a little bit and get him a few more subscribers. He needs some help. He needs a little bit of help from a big shot like me. So, hail Benny Johnson, though. All right, so we're going to watch this video. Here we go.
A Fox News alert. FBI sources tell Fox News Digital that the man charged with assassinating Charlie Kirk was living with a transgender partner. Bureau officials confirmed that Tyler Robinson was in a romantic relationship with someone transitioning from male to female. They say that individual is fully cooperating with their investigation, claims to have had no idea of Robinson's plans, and is not currently accused of any criminal activity.
An absolute earth-shattering and bombshell update to the Charlie Kirk political assassination saga today. Kirk's killer, Tyler Robinson, lived with his boyfriend, a transgender activist, in Utah.
It's just like we said. It's just like we said. We knew that the moment that this story dropped, every single person looked at this and says, hold on just a minute. This guy, through all the presentation we're getting, he's from a normal, just standard family with normal family pictures. No. There's something else going on here. And yes, and after Benny's video, we have even more to go through because there's a lot more to this. So we're going to continue to expose it.
Now, this has been independently confirmed by the New York Post, by Fox News, and also the President of the United States told Newsmax this morning. Fox News has been reporting on it on air. Ladies and gentlemen, a very bad day for those who tried to run a psyop that Charlie was murdered by a Trump supporter or by a right-wing radical. That is utter and total and complete fabrication of the evidence that is before us. Charlie Kirk's assassin had a trans boyfriend. He was called fascist by the shooter, according to the engravings on the bullets. Confirmed leftist by his friends and family. Confirmed leftist by top officials on the record, including the governor of the state. And he killed one of the most iconic conservative voices in American history. And yet leftists still claim that he's right-wing. These people have no shame, no integrity, no honor, vile and repugnant to their core. I have breaking news for you that I've just confirmed with the FBI. So I have spoken with FBI top officials who have direct knowledge of this case. For many people that are upset and angry about the lack of evidence or the lack of digital evidence that are released in situations like this, the one that comes the most to mind is President Trump's assassination, where Thomas Matthew Crooks was just a ghost. We've never seen chats. We've never seen Discord servers. We've never seen his.
And this is the thing too. Like, I got to thinking about this today. You know, we often were looking at what's up, Adrian Curry. Hail to you. We look back on the attempted assassination of President Trump, and we, talked a lot about how close we came to losing Trump and how close we came to that shifting the entire future of this country and our lives. And that is not hyperbole or hyperbole, as Gary says. That's not hyperbole at all. That would have changed the course of the future of humanity is what that would have done. And thank God that, Trump got out of that situation. This is how close we were to Trump, losing Trump, and we just lost Charlie Kirk. We cannot let this go unchecked. And what I mean by that is we have to make sure that we get rid of the propaganda and the lies and the bullshit. We cannot let Charlie Kirk's death go to waste at all. This is important. This is the most important thing going on right now, and this might be the most important moment in the entire Trump administration 2.0. This is huge. And we've got more momentum than we've ever had on anything right now. There's more unity than we have had probably ever. And yes, there's still a bunch of leftist weirdos out there, but you've got CEOs apologizing. You've got Major League Baseball and the NFL giving moments of silence. You've got Walt Disney World putting flags at half staff for Charlie Kirk. They know how bad things are. We cannot let this moment go.
Emails. We've never seen his digital history. We don't know who he's speaking to. We don't know who radicalized him. He nearly caused civil war. And then these monsters were successful in murdering Charlie Kirk. The similarities are eerie. And I asked directly my FBI source, will we see information about groups, radicalization, chats, and histories? And they said, absolutely. I asked if this was a lone wolf, because that is what the authorities are trying to say about the Charlie Kirk assassin. And I was given this answer. That assumption is absolutely premature. This investigation is just beginning. An enormous amount of evidence has been seized, both digital and physical. FBI sources assure me that the public will know everything about the dark internet history, chats, and affiliations of Kirk's left-wing political assassin. The source then alluded to some online groups attempting to delete or destroy evidence. We have everything. We are focused on the radicalization element. The truth will not be hidden or buried or classified. The public will know. That is what the FBI has told me directly. It is, well, a wonderful thing to hear in these dark times. And how can I say that this is a Charlie Kirk's assassin is left wing? Well, that's because that's what the people who know him the very best say. Suspect's high school friend says Robinson was the only leftist in the family. He was very hard left. In a phone interview on Friday, one of Tyler Robinson's high school friends say they asked him to remain anonymous. Suspect was pretty left on everything. The only member of his family that was really a leftist. So that he was extremely left and would go around school arguing with people and screaming at them. This according to The Guardian here, hardly a right-wing outlet. Ladies and gentlemen, this is what we were able to confirm earlier today, reporting here exclusively from Fox, that the assassin, Tyler Robinson, lived with his transgender partner. The individual who is a male transitioning to female is fully cooperating with the FBI. Sources tell me the FBI had texts and other communications from Robinson, and the individual helped FBI authorities actually solidify that they were indeed the shooter. So does this play out given the data? Charlie Kirk assassin lived.
Now, one thing that the libs were doing is they were taking this picture right here, and they were trying to say, and this is from like I think 2017. This is a picture of the assassin, Charlie Kirk's assassin, and this is a picture from 2017. And they were saying, look, he's dressed up as Trump. He's not dressed up as Trump. This is them returning from a hunting trip. They caught Donald Trump. That's it right there. And I want to be clear that I'm not positive on this, but I think that the mother uploaded this picture to Facebook, if I'm not mistaken, as just like a celebration, like happy Halloween, everyone. I think. At least that's what I saw. I saw screenshots of it, but I don't know if that's been confirmed or not. And right now, there's so much stuff on Twitter that it's hard to determine what's legit and what's not. And I would urge everybody watching this to, just because you see it on Twitter, please double, triple, and quadruple check, and double check with sources that you trust, because my goodness, the propaganda is out of control right now.
With transgender partner is cooperating with FBI. So this sort of stems back to Steven Crowder's initial reporting on transgender iconography and motive being written on the bullets. Charlie Kirk's assassin had a transgender boyfriend living with, definitely something a right-winger would do. Again, this is a massive blasted hole inside of the psyop that is Charlie Kirk's assassin with some right-winger. Significant swaths of online left have been working feverishly to misinform people of the subject. The shooter is a hardcore leftist, reported living with a transgender partner. Brooks Sigmund reporting. This is, of course, what broke all across.
Did Benny just burp?
Leftist, reported living with a transgender partner. Brooks Sigmund reporting. This is, of course, what broke all across the internet today. If the leftist reporting of Fox News, things are about to get crazy. More trans violence.
Oh, let him burp? Of course. I'm friends with Benny Johnson. I can roast my friend.
Left-wing loon radicalized by Democrats. Talk of Hitler and his supporters being Nazis killed Charlie Kirk in cold blood. Couldn't be any clearer. They are the fascists that they so hate. Can we have this conversation now? Can't wait to hear how the assassin living with the live-in transgender boyfriend is actually proof that he was a red meat eating right winger who just didn't think Charlie Kirk was conservative enough. That's what they're trying to say here.
And now look what Benny just tweeted out right here. Breaking: a family member of Lance Twiggs. Lance Twiggs is the mentally ill male that was roommates with the Charlie Kirk assassin, was the transgender boyfriend of Charlie Kirk's assassin. Tyler Robinson says family cut ties with Twiggs due to his hostility towards anyone supporting conservative or Christian values, and confirmed that Robinson lived with him. You're telling me that a person that is in the middle of transitioning is hostile towards a person that has Christian or conservative values? Wow. I'm so shocked. I'm so shocked. I can't believe that. That is amazing. Unbelievable, right?
So they have come through and scraped the TikToks of individuals who have celebrated Charlie Kirk's assassination. They were able to find that there is indeed a transgender that Tyler Robinson's boyfriend follows on TikTok celebrating Charlie Kirk's murder. Were they at all involved? I don't know. It's just what people are asking. But you can see that there has been no shortage of a mass left-wing celebrations, and there is now a direct connection. Now, I have heard directly from the FBI that the live-in transgender boyfriend is cooperating. It's turned over evidence and so on. But nonetheless, this reporting has now been played out and has been confirmed completely.
So the leftists decided to tell everyone that this person was a Trump supporter. They dug in deep about this. Oh, it's a straight white male. They put emphasis on the fact that this was a straight white male who supported Trump. That was the initial reports. And this is how this information gets manipulated by them. They essentially, what leftists do is they have their little pockets. They have their little Discord, chats, and they have their group chats, and they have their Slack and what's the other one that people use? There's Slack and Trello or whatever, Microsoft Teams, all of that. They have these group chats, and then they just put that in there, and then they just blanketly just put this information out there to try and control the narrative. They're very good at it. They're very good at it, but this one is blowing up in their faces now, and they are looking terrible after this is being exposed, and they don't control the narrative anymore. And you're correct. Tomahawk says Charlie Kirk's story is too big for them to control. Absolutely. And that is one of the things. They cannot control this one. And it's blowing up in their faces. And again, what do I keep saying? Let them continue to make these mistakes. Let them do it. We're getting people fired all over the place for celebrating the death of Charlie Kirk, the assassination of Charlie Kirk. Companies are finding out that, hey, we've been pandering to a bunch of mentally ill freaks that don't actually support us. They're finally learning that they cannot continue on this path. History was changed the moment that Charlie Kirk was shot and killed. Absolutely was. And this is after what happened with the Ukrainian girl, Irina. And that thing is still, people are starting to go back to that and say, we haven't forgotten you, which we have not, and we will not forget her. I saw some I'm not a big fan of the AI stuff that's going around, but I did see like one picture of like as an AI picture of Charlie Kirk and her on that, you know, train, and as she's got her hands in her face and she's crying and Charlie Kirk has got his arm around her, and it's like, I really don't like AI stuff like that, but I couldn't that was kind of, that one got to me, man. I'm like, damn, that one really got to me. I was like, that's tough. That's tough. So I typically don't like that stuff. Now we know that Charlie Kirk was a huge fan of the Oregon Ducks, and I have not heard this, but apparently the coach for the Oregon Ducks, Dan Lanning, made a statement today. I haven't heard it, so we're gonna listen to this for the first time. She says, absolutely worth 3 minutes of your time. So let's listen to this.
U.S. could learn a lot from our locker room. I think the people in this world can learn a lot from our locker room. You walk in that locker room, you got guys of different races, guys of different backgrounds, different religions, and you got a team that loves each other. Like tons of differences, where they come from, what they deal with, and ultimately you got a team that loves each other. And I think we're missing some of that in our country. You know, you talk about, you recently found out like Charlie Kirk was a Oregon fan, right? I didn't know that. I hurt for his wife, Erica, and their kids. Like that sort of evil should never exist in our country. And that's what it is. It's evil. Like, but I remember having to explain that to my family, right? I remember sitting down with my kids and explaining what happened. And they're talking about people talking about it at school, and it's just sad, right? But it's just as sad, you know, every day it seems like we deal with some sort of violence that's going on in our country, whether it's, you know, school kids in Colorado or kids in Minnesota at churches. I mean, life matters, you know, and I think we've lost sight of that. But I wish the world could learn a little bit of something from our locker room, because we got a bunch of people with differences, and what you got in there is a bunch of people that love there. And there's some people that'll be disappointed about how much I said about this, right? And there'll be some people that are disappointed that I didn't say enough, right? And I really don't care, right? What I do care about is, if you disagree with me, if you hate me, if you don't like me, just know this: I love you. I absolutely love you, right? And life matters. And that's no way that Charlie should have experienced that. His family should experience that. There's no way that evil should exist in this world. And we have to continue to identify and point it out and make sure that it's absolutely evil. There's no reason in the world that our kids, we should be worried about sending our kids to school. It's our most valuable commodity in the world. They should be protected. And the reality is, there's just not a lot of common sense on both sides. Like, common sense says, oh, it's mental health, right? Common sense says, oh, it's guns. You know what? It's both. Like, let's have some common sense. Our kids should be the most protected thing in the world, right? They should have armed guards at every school.
Oh,
because there's sick people.
Okay.
There's sick people in this world.
Okay.
Right. And on top of that, sick people need help. And it should be really hard for a sick person to have a gun. It should be really hard. Right. And if people can't see that from both sides, how disappointing is that? But I just know, like, when you see moments like that exist right now in our country, like, I just think about my kids. And I remember I saw that video. It was disgusting. And I just told him, like, man, I hope my kids don't see that video. Like, how much does that suck? I hope Charlie's kids never see that video. Like, disgusting, right? And we glorify it, we praise it. You know, people are internet warriors, and those are sick people. And at some point, we need to go look at sports, because what our football team has is, it has people on both sides of the fence. Right. And there's fans that love our team that have a lot of different opinions. And the truth is, there's a lot of things Charlie said that I did not agree with at all. There's a lot of things he said that I did agree with. But what's disappointing is I can respect those differences. And somebody else couldn't. And they thought that they deserved to be God in that moment, and they didn't. Right. And nobody should have to experience that. So, yeah, I got a lot of disappointment. We had we had Bible study with our team. We talked about it with our team, and I think our team feels the same way, regardless of views. I don't think they feel anybody ever deserves to experience what some people in our country are experiencing right now. It's super disappointing.
Overall, I thought it was a decent statement, but look, man, it's some people don't follow this stuff the way a lot of us do, so we have to be aware of that. But, like, as someone that follows this as much as I do, I'm tired of the both sides bullshit, dude. I'm sick and tired of it. It's not both sides. It's absolutely not both sides. There's one side that is doing this, it's not both sides, and it's just stupid that people keep saying that it's both sides because it's an easy way to try and sound like you're sympathetic while also saving yourself from that side coming after you, because the side that you truly fear. Because if in fact that you weren't dealing with these crazy lunatics on the left, you wouldn't be scared to say what it was, but you're scared to say it because these motherfuckers are crazy. But he is a sports guy. He's a coach. And like, I appreciate that he did have kind words for Charlie Kirk, but I'm just tired of the both sides bullshit. I'm tired of fence sitting. I'm done with it, man. And in fact, we had another, people are praising this. I can't just blindly praise what I'm about to show you, but because again, you can tell how uncomfortable he is by saying what he's saying. It's getting a ton of praise on social media, even from conservatives. I want to clarify that. But it's Coldplay. Coldplay addressed Charlie Kirk, but they did it in a way that they're trying to pander to everybody while saying it. Here is the clip from what Coldplay said.
Let's go. With that in mind, for the final time for a few years in London, let's raise our hands like this and send love anywhere you want to send it in the world. And there are so many places that might need it today. So here it comes from London. You can send this to your brother or your sister. You can send it to the families of people who've been going through terrible stuff. You can send it to Charlie Kirk's family. You can send it to anybody's family. You can send it to people you disagree with, but you send them love anyway. You can send it to peaceful people in the Middle East, in Ukraine, in Russia, in Azerbaijan, in Sudan, in Somalia, anywhere that you think might need love from London. Here it comes. In 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, go.
It's weak. It's weak. It's just like when Coldplay, I guess they brought like a couple of fans up on stage, and those fans were from and they didn't know. And this is the problem. They bring these couple of girls up on stage, and I guess the girls were from Israel, and the crowd starts booing because of course the left-wing crowd is going to boo. And then they got nervous, whatever his name is, the lead singer, Chris or whatever. And he had to backpedal real quick. Man, he was jumping around like he was Neo in the Matrix. Man, he was dodging bullets and shit, doing flips, and he found a way to bring Palestine into it. I was like, good Lord, quit pandering to these fucking people. Pandering, I'm done pandering. I'm done. I'm sick of this shit. Let's see. We've got Kilgannon for 20 says, this week really affecting me, especially Irina. She's 2 years older than my daughter. Rode that train 2 hours after she was murdered. I keep thinking if I'd got out of work on time that day, maybe I could have done something. Well, brother, first of all, I appreciate it. Nobody, the truth of that situation is, in that moment with Irina, nobody, not even Batman, could have prevented that moment. In the moment. Do you know who could have prevented the moment? The corrupt judges that let that motherfucker walk free. That's who could have prevented that moment. But if you're in the moment, it happened too quickly. There was nobody that could have stopped that in that moment, unfortunately. And that's just the sad reality of it. But the corrupt judges and the corrupt Democrats that allowed a violent criminal to walk free after 14 arrests, those are the people that could have prevented it, and they allowed it. DD67 says, Jeremy, when the incident happened, I went straight to your stream. I already saw credibility. Now I believe you and Ryan, for that matter, reached another level in communications through the last few days. Respect. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Listen, man, I finally started to, get my thoughts in order about all of those streams that we had going on. And I still feel bad that I missed a lot of super chats on those first couple of streams because people like I just saw someone sent like $100 in. Where you? Let me go look. I have it pulled up. I think hot reset on me again. It was like Stitch, I believe, sent like $100 that I missed. There was a 50 that I missed. And I just hate that I missed super chats, man. I don't like doing that. It's going to happen when you have these huge streams. But like when those streams happen, the most important thing is to communicate to the audience and deliver the information and all of that. And so, but I apologize to anybody that I missed your super chats. Ashen Rose for 20 says, thank you for covering, thank you for the coverage of these events this past week. My husband and I would rather get news from you or Ryan than mainstream media. Thank you for keeping us grounded and from getting black-pilled. Rough week. Thank you. It has been an awful week. I've never experienced anything like it. I went back and watched a couple of the streams I was on, like the Geeks and Gamers stream and the Cobra Cast streams, and I was completely zoned out. Buford T. Justice for 10 gifted memberships. Thank you, Buford. I saw Jeffrey Jackson for a proper 199. Thank you, brother. The last thing, the thing I don't understand is if you're a guy attracted to another guy, why would you want him to transition to sort of a woman? I don't get the whole trans thing. I really miss Charlie Kirk. Listen, I don't understand how any man can look at another man. I don't even know how women look at men and think they're attractive, to be honest. I don't get it, but I appreciate it. I appreciate that there's women out there because I'm like, I'm sitting there, I'm like looking at myself. I'm like, how would any woman find, like, how? Laying around, scratching myself, burping and farting. Why would any woman find this attractive? Like, what the hell is wrong with you? But I appreciate that they do. But I could see how women find women attractive. I don't know how another man finds a man attractive. I don't fucking get it. I mean, it's a proper 199. So again, it's a perfect time to say, how, if you're a man, how do you not find this attractive? How? Explain that. It doesn't make sense. All right. How do you not find that attractive? I have no idea. What do you think, Trump?
Should I do it?
Do not come.
I'm gonna do it.
Do not come.
I'm gonna come. Oh.
There you go. Thank you, sir, for the proper 199. I greatly appreciate it. Yeah, man, it's a weird, time we're in, and a lot of weird people out there. Let me see right here. There was so again, let's look at the track record here. There it is, right there. Denver shooter, Aberdeen, Nashville, Philly, Colorado, Iowa, Minneapolis, Charlie Kirk. There's a common theme right here. Common theme. This has to be dealt with. This has to be. We cannot allow this to continue. Again, I will remind you, mental illness.
You need to settle down and mind your business, okay?
Both of you guys?
Ma'am, once again, ma'am.
I said both of you.
No, you said sir. Once again, it's ma'am.
I actually said both of you guys. It was a general.
Right beforehand, you fucking said sir.
Sir? Okay.
Motherfucker, take it outside. If you want to call me sir again, I will show you a fucking sir.
I apologize.
Motherfucker.
I apologize now.
Seems a little violent, don't you think? Little emotionally unstable, don't you think? Interesting how that works. Anima Chains for 20 says, D-Day, did you see the video of Nick Fuentes on Charlie? I had a misconception about Nick, and he proved me wrong. I thought what he said was really profound and powerful, honestly. Everyone should watch it. Look, man. I tend to not talk about Fuentes, but, I mean, Fuentes spent 5, 6, 7, 8 years just hating Charlie Kirk's guts. And suddenly it's like, oh, all respect. Okay. Seems like there's an opening in the market for a young leader to lead the young movement of conservatives. Seems like a lot of people are gravitating. Just saying. So if you walk into that, you walk into that. So, Delta Entertainment for 50 says, Jeremy, did you ever check out that Park Place article about Blue Sky members wanting to kill other conservatives? FBI and CIA need to check that app out and shut it down. Have you ever seen that article? I can send it to you. I did see the article, and Blue Sky, I think it was a Salty Cracker that said it. Salty Cracker said the Blue Sky is basically a terrorist breeding ground at this point in time. That I need you to understand that they shut down, what's it called? Parler. They shut Parler down. Completely. But Blue Sky is still up. Blue Sky still in the App Store. Blue Sky still in the Apple and the Android store. Interesting how that works, huh? But Parler had to be shut down, even though they could prove nothing on Parler. It's ridiculous. I mean, and to be clear, like I don't think anybody should be censored for having opinions. I don't think Hassan should be censored. I don't think Charlie Kirk should have been censored. I don't think anybody should be censored. I don't think Donald Trump should be censored. I don't think Alex Jones should have ever been censored. I don't think Nick Fuentes should be censored. Nick Fuentes is censored because he's too effective, by the way. That's just clear. Regardless if you like him or don't like him, it is irrelevant. Nick Fuentes is a phenomenal communicator, phenomenal at what he does. He is excellent, and they fucking hate that. If Nick Fuentes had 25 people watching him, they wouldn't care. They care because he's too effective. It's the same thing as Alex fucking Jones. Alex Jones was too effective. Alex Jones might have 50 million subscribers on YouTube right now if they would have never taken him down. No bullshit. I remember back in the day when I just learned about Alex Jones, and I'm like, bro, Alex Jones was incredible. He was so popular. He was so unbelievable. Viral clips everywhere. And they took him down because he was too effective. I think that the free market of ideas should allow whoever has, if people are good communicators, I don't care if you don't like what they have to say. But the problem is, it's not Hassan having opinions. Hassan can have opinions. Now, Hassan makes, in my opinion, violent threats to his audience, which is very dangerous. But even that's a discussion to have. The problem isn't necessarily that Hassan is Hassan. The problem is on the platform that Hassan is on, I can't get on there and do a Cobra Cast. Because I would get banned immediately if I did Cobra Cast on Twitch right now. I'd be banned. Because Twitch is a left-wing garbage platform. But yet, Hassan can be on that same platform and say all the shit that he says. That's the problem with it. I don't care that people have a platform. I care when you have unfair rules that allow left-wingers to push left-wing ideology, and you don't allow someone from the opposing side to give their perspective, and then you have balance. And this is what's going on like right now, and I do feel like we are heading into a gamers are dangerous bullshit narrative. I think that we're heading into that world right now, even from the Republicans. And I am going to be calling 100% bullshit on that. I am going to go I am going to go off if they pull that bullshit, because gaming is not the fucking problem. The left-wing ideology that dominates the gaming world is the problem. Because I can't have a voice on Reddit. I can't have a voice on Discord. I can't have a voice in the mainstream gaming world. Do you know who does have a voice? All of the lefties have a fucking voice. All of them. People like me can't have a fucking voice in the gaming world. The gaming world is overrun with left-wing ideology at the very fucking top. So that's why places like Reddit and Discord are completely overrun, and people get radicalized on those platforms because somebody like me can't go over there and say what I want to say, because I know what I can and can't say. So I say the bare minimum just so I know to not get banned. And lefties don't have to live by that same rule, and they indoctrinate people. And people that are weak-minded, emotionally broken, fall into those traps. Gaming is not the fucking problem. It's the cancer that is involved in the gaming world that doesn't allow people like me and you to talk, but they allow all of these other lefties to say and spew whatever garbage they want. And I'm getting ready to watch the Republicans go down this rabbit hole. I feel like and if they do it, they're idiots. They're super dumb if they do it. But I'm waiting for the Trump administration. I guess RFK made a comment the other day about it. I haven't heard it, but I'm just going off what you guys said. Yeah, I'm waiting for this to happen. Ryan for $50 says, if I could add a small silver lining of people, I went to a vigil in, is it Provo, just south of, is it Orem? Last night, the variety of people and absolute camaraderie that was felt between over 1,000 of us. It was an honor to pray and sing hymns with all of them. That is awesome. And that's what I played in the beginning of the show tonight, where, let me see here. Let me see if I can find it. Right here. This is what I played at the beginning of the show right here. So thank you for the 50. I appreciate it. When George Floyd died, they burned cities to the ground. They stole Nikes. They destroyed businesses. They were violent. People died. Charlie Kirk dies. People come together and pray. That's what they do. They come together and they pray. We are not the same. We are absolutely not the same. And this is a beautiful sight right here. Let me play the audio for you guys. There it is. Beautiful. Beautiful to see. Hyper Jonah, is that how you say it? Sadly, I found out today, I don't know who this is, was celebrating and pushing lies against about Charlie. I knew he was woke because he thinks being gay means he needs to be woke. I was sad, but I'll never support Team 4 star again. I don't know who that is. So, but yeah, I mean, listen, like I said, I have, is it a joke that I'm missing? Is there some type of joke in there that I missed? I don't know. So, did I get trolled? Trying to see. Oh, Dragon Ball. They're Dragon Ball Z. Oh yeah, I don't know anything about Dragon Ball Z. I've only watched a little bit of Dragon Ball Z. Team 4 Star does a abridged parody of Dragon, Jeremy. Okay, got it. But anyway, like I said with CM Punk, you know, I've been aware that Phil Brooks is a left-wing nut job for a long time. but I've been willing to kind of overlook it because I've always liked him as a wrestler, even though I think his return to WWE has been pretty bad. But like the Summer of Punk back in like 2011, 2012, that was all awesome. I can't take the guy seriously anymore. Phil Brooks is such a piece of shit. Phil Brooks has come out to the ring wearing trans rights for humans rights bullshit, protect trans kids. Like his brain is warped. And I know that. Like I can't stand any of these people anymore, man. Holland the Good says, did you see the video that Smash JT made about Hassan Piker? He needs to be investigated and needs the attention of the FBI. It's probably based on the clip that I played on my last Cobra cast. And yeah, I agree. Hassan is a nut job. Rocky says, Jared's sitting here drinking a real American beer in remembrance of a great man needlessly taken too early. This stirred an anger in many of us, not subsiding, praying for our great nation. Well, thank you, Rocky. Rest in peace, Charlie Kirk and the legendary Hulk Hogan. Drunken Jedi says, I just had a friend fact check me on social about Kirk. He said he called someone a, I can't say it, but they didn't know he was talking about Chunk Uger. Oh, yeah. 487, Sean says, Jeremy Kennedy, I thought you said young kids get on gamer sites and are indoctrinated. Is he wrong? Say what now? Jeremy Kennedy, I thought said young kids get on gamer sites and are indoctrinated. Is he wrong? Well, if that's what he said, again, I was only going on the fact that people told me that RFK blamed video games. Now, if he specifically said young kids get on gamer sites and are indoctrinated, I mean, I don't think that he's wrong in theory, but it's a lot different than that. It's not about the gamer sites. It's about who's controlling the gamer sites. That's the problem. So I need to look into the comments that he made. Saturn Junior Mercury says, Barron will be the counter voice to the gamer narrative for Trump himself anyway. We can hope so. NPC Hero says Coldplay have been pandering to everyone since 2014 or so when they fell off, whenever they started tie-dyeing their clothes like summer campers. I can't stand them. I truly can't stand Coldplay. JRG Project says, I would add to that leftist arc, the perp must likely take the same pills as his partner, given the known effects of these hormone blockers are on mind. They most likely played a role. Ryan says, I am Charlie Kirk. Hail to you, brother. Richie Torres MMA says, want people to dehumanize those they don't agree with. You dehumanize them first. You tell them they have no intrinsic value. You tell them they are a cosmic accident, and watch the fruit that bears. Thank you, brother. I appreciate it. Mudbutt Beardo says, did anyone else think Tropic Thunder when they heard old dude's butt buddy's name? I instantly heard RDJ disgustingly say Lance. I didn't think that, but I hear what you're saying on that. And Tifa Arteris for 5 says, heard someone found his Steam gaming account, but they keep deleting when he posted. I mean, I don't know why companies have the ability, like these why does Steam, Discord, TikTok, YouTube, Facebook, why do they have the ability to just delete someone's history when this person's created a horrible crime? Why do they have the ability to do that? There's got to be some law against that. There has to be. For them just to like, oh, we need to get rid of all of the evidence of this person. I think that's bullshit. There's got to be something to be done about that. Andrew Sierra says, Jeremy, cut part of your hair and make yourself some eyebrows. Little Jim Saylor says, fuck the lying shit in the media. They can't hide this suspect identity. Everyone is seeing the leftist calling for more endings. RIP Charlie and Irina. George Makestow says, mostly peaceful prayer. Mostly peaceful prayer. That's how CNN would probably approach it. All the Mo Kisses is another contribution to the Streaming Lessons Fund. I need as much help as I can get. Ryan Miller says Democrats and liberals are experiencing a rude awakening because of the shift, and we are sitting back and watching them continue to make mistakes. That's what I continue to say. Sit back, let them keep making mistake after mistake after mistake. That's all you have to do at this point. Act Natural says, and they were both furries too. Timothy says, has Do Your Own Research Beardo explained how the trans-loving kid is an Israeli agent yet? No, but the anti-Israel crowd's been telling me how much this is all fake. And I actually saw a tweet from Roseanne Barr, of all people, which I thought was pretty funny. Roseanne said, I can't believe Netflix Yahoo, who I can't stand, by the way, Netflix Yahoo, I don't like him, planted a trans lover months ago, knowing full well Charlie would one day say something that wasn't 100% pro-Israel right before showing up. That or Mossad used Jewish space lasers to see into the future. There is no other logical explanation. Oh, boy. That's it, man. There it is. So it was a great plan. It was a great plan. I commend them. It's a great plan, and I'm really happy that they put that together. With that said, I got to give a shout out to my boy Drew Hernandez, rocking the Geeks and Gamers shirt, goes on an epic rant. Let's watch Drew Hernandez.
If justice doesn't find you on this side of heaven, it will on the other side. But all these people out here, these leftists, these psychopaths all over the internet, they're glorifying Charlie losing his life. They're glorifying the violence. Every single one of you, I want you to know, you are not winning. And I want you to know, not only is God watching you, but the world is watching you. The nation is watching you. And I'm telling you, it is creating something. There are normies out here. They are watching this. They're horrified by what happened to Charlie, but they're also watching your celebrating. And you want to know what it's doing? It's making them sick. You want to know what it's doing? Your celebration is literally manifesting an evil that people out here may have never believed ever even existed. You are confirming the existence of the demonic. You are confirming the existence of Satan. And you want to know why you're losing? Because it's going to literally cause people to flee into the arms of Jesus Christ. And we will win forever. And you, if you do not repent, if you do not accept this loving gift of forgiveness and kindness and mercy of the gospel of the Lord of Jesus Christ, if you do not repent and submit to the lordship of Jesus Christ, if you do not turn from your wicked ways, you will burn in hell forever, and it will be just. That's how we will win. Vengeance is mine, says the Lord.
Love Drew. Drew is an awesome, awesome guy. Shout out to Drew Hernandez. He is awesome. Alex Jones actually retweeted that. That's when I saw it in my feed. When Alex retweeted it, I was like, oh, shoot. Drew on a rant, baby. And when Drew gets to rolling, he gets fired up, man. So always happy. I got to send him another Geeks and Gamers shirt. So Drew's a great guy. So if you guys are not following Drew Hernandez, you should be, because he's freaking awesome. He's the best. We love Drew. Corey Wilson says, I'm more angry at the media than the shooter. Insomniac says that Trump costume looks like he's riding Trump. Yeah, that's what it looked like. 500 Club says, did you see the image of Charlie Kirk holding Irina in the subway? I did, and it was heartbreaking. It was absolutely heartbreaking. Jordan says, make the phrase big, beautiful purge trend, boys. Make me proud. Eric K says, glad Mossad is letting Jeremy cover all this. I know, it's really nice. I can't believe they're letting me put something up that says Christ is king. Can you believe that? Wow, man. Whew. I may not get paid this month. Eric K says, local here, fire department, half mast, local post office, full mast, all the way up. Vlad the Man says, I heard multiple guys in the military say they don't buy the lone shooter idea and things look fishy. Vault 95 says, modern leftists are a disgrace to propaganda. Corey Wilson says, but will we get complacent or keep the fight? Oh, we're going to keep the fight. We're going to keep the fight. Let's see. Mueller M says, did you see that more than 150,000 showed up for Tommy Robins's UK march today? I did. It was amazing. Camel Toe Tag says, Jeremy, have you seen the graffiti bridge on Pensacola recently? Somebody painted Irina on it. I haven't been over there recently, but that's pretty cool to hear. Chris says, if you read this, you're gay, Lamau. Marco Rally says, I hope Charlie and Irina can hug in heaven. Arrakis Central says, MSNBC is literally complaining live on air about what restaurant Kash Patel was at during the events. Sulla says, it's both sides nonsense, needs to stop. I agree. Rusty says, neither have we forgotten about the, is that the axe or the knife wielding Scottish girl wrongfully imprisoned by a weak government. Eric John says, did you see Hassan op-ed on New York Times? I didn't even hear about that. That's the first I'm hearing about that. You're telling me for the first time. You're telling me for the first time. I seriously haven't, but I'll look into it. The horror host says, damn, Beardo was booing Coldplay over Israel. Eric K says, Jeremy does not care about the mods. Mod lives matter. Andrew Sarah says, can someone put the super chats in a spreadsheet like X-Ray Girl does, Gary? I used to have Krista do that. I have so many people busy doing so many things that I was tying valuable people up doing that. And again, Geeks and Gamers has such a bigger operation than some people. So it's like putting valuable people on that is tough. So I mean, I could put people that aren't valuable like Beardo on it. That would probably be more effective. Since Beardo doesn't really do like anything of note, he's not valuable anywhere. I could probably have him, do it. So that'll work. That's a good idea. Beardo's about to join me for the gaming stream, so he'll be hanging out with me. Jennifer says, as a Christian preacher was brutally murdered live streaming on TikTok by a gang of Muslims, and no one is speaking about it. We need to address this one. Somebody send me a link to it on Twitter. I have not seen that one, so send me a link. Mudbutt Beardo says, Jeremy is the only gay man that is not attracted to men. Muller Ram says, we also wonder how any woman finds you attractive. Vlad the Man says, Jeremy, you're actually kind of cute. What the fuck? Fantastic Knox says, did you see what happened in South Korea where people came out and signs saying, I am Charlie Kirk? He lost his life, but he brought people together. I did see it, and it was beautiful. Eric K says, Jeremy, I do not understand how men find other men attractive, especially you. Your parents are proof of unconditional love. Fantastic. Mr. Knox says, don't forget, they are all dorky looking. Thomas says, where's Newscomb in the crowd been? He keeps coming back in the news like bad or herps, then disappears for months. Men are speaking, says Fuentes is coffin surfing. Many are trying to. Zach Attack says, Great Britain has a huge amount of people in the streets. Incredible. Solo Felix says, it's both sides. Fatigue is real. The left used Minnesota MAGA shooter. One Dem legislator voted against Democrat insanity. Next day, she was unalived. Mr. Fern Garcia, Charlie Kirk was too effective as well. Fantastic Knox says, have you seen the tweets Tim Sweeney said about Charlie Kirk? Look into it. I did. He's retarded. I saw Grums made Grums talked about it too. I think Grums had a pretty level-headed take on it. Tim Sweeney's just a fucking retard. He's trying to look at this as like this kind of like, oh, it's not constitutional bullshit. He's an idiot. And Spectre says the wife may sue the guy who photoshopped her husband's shooter shirt on MAGA shirt. G says, did you see the video of the TMZ staff celebrating Kirk's death? I did, and I really wanted to cover that tonight. Cherry Allen says, as a biological woman, it offends me when a biological male thinks putting on makeup, grows his hair out, and puts on a dress that they are women. There's a lot more to being a woman than that. Agreed. I do want to address this. So let me we're going to delay the gaming stream so I can go over this last story. Need to delay for 20 to 30 minutes. All right. So since you guys brought that up, I want to pull this story up right now. I've got it in my bookmarks because I initially dismissed the TMZ stuff because I was thinking like, oh, I get it. And now we've got Let me see if I can find it. It was a Patrick Bet David broke it down in a really, really interesting way. Here it is right here. Okay, so here's the TMZ thing. So I initially dismissed this because I was like, I don't think this is a big deal. Well, it is. Here we go.
Was taking place. Okay. TMZ comes out and everybody around the world finds out when the phone alert, Charlie Kirk is dead, right? Your phone is blowing up. No matter where you are, your phone is blowing up with text messages saying Charlie Kirk is dead. This is Harvey, who runs TMZ. It's a place known, I've been inside that place. It's a place that's known for having cameras everywhere. That's what you're known for. You're talking live all the time, right? Yeah. Mm-hmm. That's what TMZ is known for. You have cameras everywhere. That's your business model. That's how you blew up.
I was with you in every corner of every room. They capture every reaction.
You remember that?
Yep.
There's cameras everywhere.
Yep.
So perfect. If you're telling me there's cameras everywhere, and then this is how they react, employees of TMZ, when the announcement is made that Charlie...
Hell's Only. Hang on, guys. Hang on just a minute. All right. PBD, the pyramid schemer who sold used insurance policies. Okay, I'm sorry. Can you find me someone that has done 100% of everything in life that you approve of so we don't offend you? You specifically. I would like to find a podcaster that you approve of 100% so that we can make sure that you're not fucking offended in my chat, okay? So I'm sorry. I didn't know that Hell's Only was going to be upset at PBD. So can you just send me a link to the TMZ story from a podcaster that has never offended you and never done anything so that we can make sure that you're not crying in my fucking comments? Because what I want to do, we need to make sure, okay? And I'm sure when you send me a podcaster that's never offended you, I'm sure no one else is going to be offended by that podcaster. I'm sure that everybody's going to universally agree, hey, this guy's never done anything wrong and never disagreed with anything I believe in. Or maybe I can just continue to talk about the story of TMZ laughing at Charlie Kirk, and you can quit crying like a little bitch because somebody disagrees with you. Shut the fuck up. Thank you for your attention to this matter.
Kirk has died, and then listen to his explanation afterwards. Go ahead, Rob. That's the announcement. Exact second it was announced.
Go to... We're live streaming.
Oh, Rob, I don't want you to show that. Yeah. I actually want you to show the whole thing. Okay. There's another clip that I have that I posted in the notes, Rob. I don't know if you see that one or not.
Is this the one, Pat?
The one from Instagram. Play that one because I want people to see 10 seconds prior to that to see how it goes. Watch this.
Guess is we're going to see
they don't know yet.
An image of this guy.
There's just live streaming.
So again, when this whole story came up, I was like, oh, guys, TMZ, we can't be too upset. You know, there's something going on in the background. Now that I see this broken down completely, I 100% understand now. Something's up, and the way Patrick Bet David presented this, it makes them look really bad.
Possibly in the next 20 minutes. The news conference is scheduled for 3 o'clock in Utah time, which is 2 o'clock Pacific.
You hear it?
5 o'clock Eastern. Janet, go.
The announcement is made.
That is crazy. This is crazy. Now, again, I gave them the benefit of the doubt because there was so much stuff going on that I was like, man, they have a lot going on in their newsroom. I gave them the benefit of the doubt. Wait, because it gets worse.
Go to
his partner's going to the back to tell everybody to be quiet.
The Fox.
Yeah, somebody go back.
Look, Trump just posted that Charlie Kirk is dead.
Yeah, you're right, Pat. He went to the back. He went to shut the hell up. Yeah. So now watch.
What did Trump say?
Okay, forget about this, Rob. Wow. Now go to, so the second. So then what do? They go on ChatGPT. Can you tell me exactly at this time that there was another crisis that took place in California for us to say that we were reacting to? They make the argument that they're reacting to, not you, Rob. I'm saying that's what they did. So they make the argument later on. Do you have the video of them saying what they were reacting to?
Yeah, him and the producer guy.
Yeah, and so this is when they're looking at it. Watch this here, folks.
We're live streaming all day during this tragedy. Right. When something happened in our office, as we were reporting the assassination of Charlie Kirk, there were some people in the back room away from our news desk here who were watching a car chase, and they were laughing, they were clapping, and you could hear it out here.
There is nothing in a car chase that would make a group of people. It sounded like they were watching a football game. That's what it sounded like. It sounded like they were watching a football game. Why would you cheer in unison like that during a car chase?
And we want to make a couple of things clear. One is that I know these people, and they were not laughing. They were not reacting that way about Charlie Kirk's assassination. They were not. They would not work here if they did.
And that being said, we acknowledge that it was horrible timing. And for that, we are sorry.
We apologize. We apologize.
We got
glad to hear that.
And I get why, if you're watching the stream, you may have felt that that's what the laughter was about. We assure you, it was
When the
not
laughter
about
is cheering,
that,
dude.
but it was horrible timing.
Okay.
And
by the way, I get
believe
it too.
them? Do you believe them?
Wait a minute.
Yeah.
So they're saying a car chase.
Okay.
This is the car chase. Let us just show you,
Yeah.
and you tell me if you believe them. Go ahead, Rob.
Yeah, let's find it.
Tell me if this is the kind of a car chase that you would celebrate and scream. Tell me if it's that euphoric. Go ahead, Rob.
We're showing you right there on the banner below. You can see it started in Temple City, and we saw that. Go ahead,
25
Philip.
miles an
Well, I
hour.
wanted to let you know that President Trump has said Charlie Kirk has died. So that is
I'm waiting for the
the breaking
excitement.
news that we are likely
Waiting for the
about
excitement.
to have with ABC News. He was shot in Utah at a college there. We've been talking about that throughout the afternoon here.
Pause,
You
Rob. Okay, so he's not lying. They are watching a car chase, and they are reacting to a car chase because the announcer on the car chase said that Charlie Kirk is dead.
Thank you.
So Harvey is essentially in his mind, well, we're not lying. Go back 20 seconds again, Rob, and watch what happens. Go back a little bit more. Go. Right there. Watch what the announcer said. Here's the car chase that they're talking about. Temple City. Go ahead.
that President Trump has said Charlie Kirk has died. So that's
what they're reacting
breaking news
to.
that we are likely
not the car chase.
have with ABC News.
So
he was shot.
This looks really bad. Now, there's more to this, and the argument that Patrick Bet David makes, even though I know that there's the one guy in the chat that doesn't like PBD, so I know, like, I'm waiting. If you can send me the link to that, podcaster that you agree with 100% on everything, we can cure that problem. But PBD also brings up a point about how everybody, like, everything at TMZ, they have cameras everywhere. They have cameras everywhere because it's a working studio. All they got to do is show the footage to prove Harvey right, and I don't think they can.
So they're watching the car chase.
So, yeah.
The announcer announces Charlie Kirk's dead, and it seems like in all likelihood that's when they cheer.
You tell me
There's
what
nothing excitable
while
going
that
on there.
second the car
This
chase.
isn't O.J. Simpson and the White Bronco.
Shane, Pat, that I'm sorry. That the first of all, disgusting of who they are. What TMZ, like somebody, an ex-employee claims. These are claims all over that I saw on X that the newsroom was filled with hateful, angry, progressive energy, and he said it would, without question, laugh at Charlie Kirk getting shot. Shame on them. Shame on them for lying. Shame, like, have the balls to just tell the truth. You know what, guys? We're freaking leftists. We're progressive. You know what? Charlie is a voice that says stuff that we don't like. We are happy that he was shot in the freaking neck in front of his family.
I don't know. I don't know if it's the entire organization. Let me tell you.
No, I'm saying what this guy's saying. It's filled with hateful, angry progressives.
And I believe that.
Yes.
That I believe.
This is the guy, Pat.
No. I believe that exists.
Yes.
That those types of people are in there. This is the question I want to ask all of you guys. Do you believe Harvey's happy that Charlie Kirk is dead? I don't believe so.
I don't think that that's his
Do
personality.
you believe the guy to the right believe he's happy Charlie Kirk is dead?
I don't think
believe
those
that.
two guys.
I think the guy on the right is actually fairly reasonable.
Mhm.
They're probably both on the left, but I don't think they're happy Charlie Kirk is dead.
Hell's only showed up. He says it's not about agreement, stating a fact that PBD is a total fraud like you, pussy. Once again, my chat says worse shit about me. I would rather be called a fraud than gay, and my chat calls me gay. You called me a fraud, so that means you're nicer to me than my own fucking chat. Good job. Try to get a better insult. Can you at least beat the people that are sending me money?
The question I want to ask you is the following. Here's a question I want to ask you, okay? You said the price of freedom of speech is freedom of speech.
That's right.
Okay, fair. We're not happy by the way those employees reacted. They're celebrating. These guys are not telling the truth. Harvey, respectfully, you're not telling the truth. You're telling the truth that they reacted to a car chase. Yes, but they reacted to what the announcer on the car chase said, not the actual car chase. There was nothing exciting happening at the same exact second, the same exact minute to have that kind of a euphoric reaction. Okay? That's absolutely embarrassing. If you have all the cameras all over the place, that's your business model. Show the camera footage. You have it. What were they reacting to? You have the camera footage in the back. Everywhere in that facility has cameras. Number two, what should happen to those people in the back that were celebrating?
Please do this, mods. Drop a link to PBD's channel right now. Please do that.
Those people?
Well, first of all, that behavior is despicable. Freedom of speech is a man coming to a podium expressing his views, and you don't like it. Omar going with a reporter expressing her views, and we don't like it. And there's consequences. You could get unelected. There's a lot of things that could happen. That is despicable behavior. And that kind of thing, you're employed by somebody, and there are standards of behavior. There is freedom of speech, at Valuetainment, just like there is at every company. Pat, I hate you. I don't like working for you, and I think you're a horrible leader. And guess what? You know what that means? What? You're fired.
Yeah.
We can say, okay, well, I'm sorry that you have that opinion. That's pretty despicable behavior, and that's a despicable opinion. So guess what? You're fired. You don't have to work here.
What should happen here?
I think he should do it because I think there's an irony here. My take on this, there's an irony. Harvey has made his career on busting celebrities that lie when they're arrested, and then this video, that video, this person, that person, and then they bust them. They go, no. Here's what really happened.
That's right.
And now Harvey's in the middle of it, right there, busted, and sitting there in front of the spotlight, the same way he puts celebrities and other people in front of the spotlight and would say, that's not what happened. TMZ got you. We paid an informant. We got this. And so he is not taking a leadership position in his company.
Absolutely agreed. And by the way, I see all the PVD links now in the chat. Thank you, mods. You're good now. I just wanted to piss again. You could have just shut the hell up about Patrick Bet David, but you ran your mouth and cried about him. Now we're dropping links to his channel. And he probably gained a few new subscribers because you had to go cry. Like, I don't give a shit about PBD. I don't know the guy. It's just good content. And you're going to come here and cry like, oh my God. But Stephanie just sent me this right here. Thank you, Steph, my nerdy home. Thank the internet detectives who timestamped the laughing and clapping in the TMZ newsroom to the exact moment they announced Charlie Kirk's official passing. These ghouls tried to double down on the lie and got caught. Disgusting. I haven't seen this, but Steph just sent this to me.
Oh, I don't need TMZ's cameras. There's nothing I love more than a good investigation, and I'm coming to you guys with the receipts.
Janet, go to have somebody look at the Fox. Trump just posted that Charlie Kirk is dead.
As we were reporting the assassination of Charlie Kirk, there were some people in the back room away from our news desk here who were watching a car chase, and they were laughing, they were clapping, and you could hear it out here.
Exhibit A, the alleged car chase that they were watching.
Right there on the banner below, you can see it started in Temple City, and we saw that. Go ahead, Philip.
Well, I wanted to let you know that President Trump has said Charlie Kirk has died. So that is the breaking news that we are likely about to have with ABC News.
Exhibit B, the giant clocks around their office. Exhibit C, don't worry, you won't have to do the math because I've done it for you.
Internet autism always fucking wins. Always. Hey, by the way, do we, Hell's Only, do you have any information on this young lady? Are we okay? Did she do anything that ever offended you? Has she ever had a tweet? Is she Facebook friends with someone that we need to be worried about? Am I okay reacting to her content? Are we clear? Do we have 100% approval on every opinion she's ever had? Just want to make sure.
Timestamp time. It is 1:07 and 15 seconds in the afternoon with the timestamp on their video of 3 hours, 42 minutes, and 5 seconds.
For 3 o'clock in Utah time, which is 2 o'clock Pacific.
Exhibit D, we have the cheering starting at exactly 4 hours, 17 minutes, and 15 second mark, which is a difference of 35 minutes and 10 seconds. So if you take the timestamp plus the clock saying it was 1:07 and 15 seconds, add 35 minutes and 15 seconds, what time would you have? 1:43. So they technically were watching a car chase video. What do you think they were cheering for?
People in the back room away from our news desk here who were watching a car chase, and they were laughing, they were clapping, and you could hear it out here. And we want to make a couple of things clear. One is that I know these people, and they were not laughing, they were not reacting that way about Charlie Kirk's assassination. They were not. They would not work here if they did.
For what it's worth, I worked at TMZ for a few years. I can say, with rare exception, the newsroom was filled with hateful, angry progressives that would, without a question, laugh at Charlie Kirk getting shot. There you have it right there. So, all you got to do, man, is just be honest about shit. I think this looks really bad on TMZ personally. So again, I gave them the benefit of the doubt. But this don't look good. This don't look good at all. And I'm not buying it. And the reason I gave them the benefit of the doubt was because I watched their reaction. I was like, okay, I get it. They got a lot going on in their newsroom. And I think that's something that I'm trying to get better about anyway, because there's just so much stuff on Twitter that it is hard to figure out what's true and what's not. It's impossible to try. So I saw the TMZ story. I was like, look, man, I get it. You know, their response makes sense, but looking further into it now, I think they have a lot of explaining to do. A lot. So we shall see. But yeah. Hell's only. We're good, bro. I saw you were mad at me. We're good, man. I'm just memeing on you. It's all good. Like, don't take me seriously. I'm just I took an opportunity to roast. So don't take it that seriously. It's all good, brother. We're cool. Let's see. Dark Source Rising for 20 says $20 for our favorite fraud. Thank you. I appreciate that. Muller M says Jeremy is a homosexual fraud. Okay, that's bad. Yeah, that's a good insult right there, actually. Ministry of Wrong Things says the left completely lost the optics with this. They know that. That's why they're gaslighting, trying to ride the right wing into violence, so they can win back the optics. Don't fall for it. 100%. And by the way, I'm sure Jessica or Cam-Man or somebody, Eric K, I would like to share directly, and I'll pin it, the GoFundMe for the official GoFundMe, or the Give Send Go for Charlie Kirk and Turning Point and everything, just because I think that's necessary to give people direct links if you want to support them directly. Let's see. Hell's Only says, you're not doing shit to me. You're lame. With your attacks. Now tell me, when did you start hating The Last Jedi? Bro, did you just bring The Last Jedi up? You've been watching me since The Last Jedi? I didn't realize you were my biggest fan. Fuck. It's 2025. You've been watching me since The Last Jedi? That was like 2017. Holy shit. Respect, brother. That's a lot of hate watching. I did not realize. You know what? Gifted memberships for the chat. If you've been hating on me that long, gifted memberships for the chat. Holy shit. Let's see here. Yeah, that's good. I don't know why my chat's all frozen up, but here's to Hell's Only. 10 gifted memberships for that long of hate watching. That's crazy, bro. All right, there we go. Next, you're probably going to bring up Zack Snyder. Like, holy shit, man. Remember when Zack Snyder called you a hate group? Yes. GP Baylor says, hey, Jeremy, hope this doesn't offend you, but I don't agree 100% with you all the time. I don't agree with anyone 100% of the time, but I'm not offended. That said, you are gay. R.I.P. Charlie, and hail the 199. Thank you, GP Baylor. I appreciate it, brother. Let's see. And I saw Hayden Wayne at a 50. Says, hey, Jeremy, if you want to see an X interaction I find exceptionally funny, I'll DM you my post. I argue with a commie, proved himself wrong. Then he blocked me. His replies are currently still up. Don't think they will last, though. Just got to read the replies. All right, real quick. Let's check this. I got to hurry because I'm late for my gaming stream. So did you send it to me on Twitter, Hayden? Probably got to update. Hang on. Or do I just need to go to your Twitter account? Did you guys drop that link so I can pin it? I need to go back and find that really quick. I don't see it, but if you drop that link again, I will pin it. Laughing Man's here. What's up, Laughing Man? Here's Hayden's post. Okay, let's see here. Let's see. Rolling Stone says, the MAGA right says Charlie Kirk is a martyr for freedom of expression, but still want people to lose their jobs for criticizing his rhetoric. The left killed the man who wanted to have a conversation. I want you excoriated from society. I have for years. I hate Marxists and communists. Now, whose replies are we talking about, Hayden? Or is there another one that you sent me? Hang on. Let's see here. Twitter is acting like crap, by the way. Am I the only one that has issues with... Oh, is this it? No, let's see. Yeah. So which one am I looking for, Hayden? I'm supposed to go here? I don't know where I'm supposed to go. Oh, there's it. Let me pin that really quick. Pin. Boom. I'm waiting to see what Hayden says. Yes, you are. Is this live? No, this is pre-recorded. This is a pre-recorded stream. This is not live. Oh, he has me blocked? Oh, okay. Then that's what I can't see. So, of course. I mean, but I would have to actually type it in. I'd actually have to type in his name. So if you could send me a link to his account, then I could go look at it. But no, this is not a live stream, so don't send super chats. I won't be able to read them. Ryan Doyle says, hey, Jer, first time super chatter here. Been watching silently for about a year now. But the reaction to the last few days has inspired me to be more vocal. The vigils and prayers all over the world are truly inspiring. Hail from Santa Monica, California. Well, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, man. I mean, it's been a rough week, but it's been I think there's a lot of positivity to come from this week, and I think that's a good thing for sure. So yeah, I appreciate it, Ryan, and thank you so much for the support. Greatly appreciate it. Thanks for your first ever super chat. That's amazing. 1992 space movie for 20 says Pirate Nation has a clip of RFK Jr. talking about the videos leading into the mass shooting. He said in passing that they're looking at links for mass shootings. Still dumb, but he just mentioned it in passing. Okay, thank you. I follow Pirate Nation, so I'll look into that. Ben Johnson says, so when George Soros finally leaves this earth, can I not celebrate? I mean, you can celebrate all you want. I'm not telling you can't. You might get you might get some resistance. You may get some kickback. Like for instance, if you work for a company that is ran by leftists, I would not recommend celebrating the death of George Soros because you'll get fired. So, Slain Hope says the left bots and toddlers are pushing the right-wing shooter theory because after this, Democrats are done. They've lost too many voters to compete in 2028. Jesse Yates says, Jeremy, thanks for streaming so frequently during this tough time and for your sense of humor. I appreciate you. Thank you, brother. Dark Red Knight says, Megyn Kelly was trying to blame video games on her show yesterday. That one, Doug says, Jeremy, did you see the video Erica posted of her holding Charlie's hands and crying over his pen? I feel like a truck hit me when I saw it. Okay. I saw that video. I have to be completely honest. And I'm not making a judgment on her. I did not like that video at all. I did not like it. But I am not judging, you know, but for me personally, I looked at it as to go, everything about that had to be set up and staged, everything. And I didn't like it. No one's going to film that moment without permission. No one's going to film that moment without staging and coordination and all of that. And I just didn't like the video. If that's her way of mourning, then more power to her. I'm not judging, because her speech was one of the greatest speeches I've ever heard. But that particular video, I did not like it. Okay, thanks, Hayden. I personally didn't like it, but I know it moved a lot of people. So, Corn Pop for a gifted membership. Thank you. 487 Sean says, Jeremy, my apologies. Kennedy does say it may cause violence in connection with drugs and mental illness. I found the remarks on Daily Beast, just Googled it. Right on. Okay. Thank you for the clarification on that. Rufio says, was at London Unite the Kingdom event today. Was an incredible experience. Thousands of people. Charlie Kirk, what was what really motivated me to go. Elon tuning in live was a cool surprise. I'm happy to hear that, man. That's awesome. Saratoga says, I understand it being tired of the both sides argument, but Chicago is a prime example of why we still need to address rising murders and violence in general. Just my opinion. I appreciate it, man. Let's see here. Joseph says, Jeremy is not a fraud. He's a beautiful man. That's a lie. Crazy Cuban says, you're doing awesome, Jeremy. RIP Charlie Kirk. Disillusion Man says, here's for the gay pre-recorded stream. Jeremy Osteen with $1. Thank you. Pins for life for a 10 gifted membership. Thank you. Disillusion Man says, oh, I got that one. Let's see. Orbiter says, or Orbital 1970 Go, you've been here forever. So sadly, I've been here since, there you go, since the last Jedi days as well. The early days of comics, Gate Wars, and Rise of EBS. You've been here forever, brother. You have absolutely been here a long time. I can remember your name from the early Geeks and Gamers chats. Blue Eyed Scorpio says, Drew wearing a massage shirt. Accident Seller says, Drew turned into crazed TV evangelist there. Jeremy Osteen with $1. Thank you. Ministry of Wrong Thing says, it's not a leftist cope anymore. It's gaslighting. Westby playing for $7. Thank you. Dragon Dance says, Alex Jones, be like Drew. You're doing great with Geeks and Gamers. Ministry of Wrong Thing says, did you see Nick Fuentes' comments on Charlie Kirk? What an insane, crazy time we're living in, where Nick Fuentes has such a wise and respectful take. Donnie says, my prayer is that when I die, all of hell rejoices that I am out of the fight. C.S. Lewis. Fantastic Knox says, if men can be women, then ducks can be chickens. Chickens can be eagles, and eagles can be emus. Lions can be dogs, and dogs can be horses. Brother Natural says, should the TMZ Jezebels that laughed over Charlie's death be fired and exposed for pieces of shit they are? It really comes down to, is there enough backlash and outrage? Because I don't know whose TMZ's audience is. TMZ is a very disliked company by a lot of people, but they're also very prominent and very popular. TMZ has shitty people working for them. I don't think anyone's surprised by that. I don't think that TMZ is known for professionalism per se. The problem is that based on all the information we have, it looks like Harvey lied. That's a huge fucking problem. And so, yeah, because I mean, we've known that, like, TMZ, they're paparazzi, they're invading people's privacy, they're stalking people, they're following people, like they're shitty people, man. So it's not like it's not that surprising that shitty people laughing at Charlie Kirk's death. So I don't know, man. I personally would fire the fuck out of them. I would fire the hell out of him personally. But we'll see what happens. Jake the Movie Geek says, we also can't forget about trans demon who killed children just because they were Christians. Correct. BC Man says, fired up Jeremy on trolls is always the best. Hail. Philip Johnson says, hell is empty. The demons are here. Fuck them. Fantastic Knox says, just read that the judges tried to use the death of Charlie to release the 14-time convicted criminal who shanked Irina in the neck out of prison. Packy Proton says, outlaw trans surgeries and treatments. Let them Andrew CR says, I agree with Jay 100% of the time. Does that count? East Coast Toasted Boy says, I agree with Beardo 100% of the I agree with Beardo 100%. It's the Jews' fault. Phil McCracken says, can we put a link to PBD for Hell's Only? Yes, we did that. Appa with $1. Thank you. Eric K says, PBD got this from Savvy type autistic lady, Cobra DM. JPS says, why must somebody be gay? Andrew Star says, Jeremy scams his viewers with gay shit like Fortnite and Bama Crocs. Packet Proton says, RFK Jr. Gaming, he's still a dim at heart. Double Hawk says, here's to Jeremy, the gay retard, coven loving, Mossad acid, Grand Wizard of the 199. Chicken Wings says, chicken wings. Eric K says, motherfucker, I give up on anything. I gave you this lady the other day. No more from me. My lives matter. Appa says, hell's only, more like blows only. Hell's only is good people, I think. I don't know. He's mad at me, but I appreciate that he's been watching me since the last Jedi day, so I kind of feel bad now. So he kind of technically won. Mudbutt Beardo says, is Peggy related to Savvy? Right, the guy says, Jeremy wore his sassy pants today. I always enjoy sassy Jeremy. Nick Nero says, thank you for the streams this week, brother. You got me through the darkness. You all did. Jay, Gary, Ryan, and you, Beardo, Bra, Israel, really? Ball 95 says, you are cute and bald and unmuted. Have money. Max BT says, this comment is Hell's Only approved. Johnny's says, I've been watching Jeremy says TLJ too, but hate watching is pathetic. Phil says, it's being reported that 6 transgenders had advanced knowledge of Charlie Kirk's assassination. Real Smile Bit, what's up, brother? Says, saw that video of Erica was, so that video of Erica was real. I did not do any research on it, but I saw and thought it was faked by someone, as cannot believe anything on the internet these days. I am skeptical of everything I see on the internet right now. And it's hard to believe anything right now. Rankin becomes a monthly supporter on Rumble. Thank you. Mad Frog says, the left blaming the right is pathetic and desperate. They know what's coming. LGBT ideology is going back in the closet. Make being normal great again. Agreed. The Jerk Store says, keep up the good work, Jeremy. Thank you. Rock Bottom says, did you see the India Tommy Robinson's rally day in London? I saw clips. It was great. It looked awesome. Johnny Whiskid says, Irina's killer was released from jail and is now on a private hospital outside of Charlotte. I want Trump to push for capital punishment on both Charlie and Irina's killers. This is unacceptable. No one can replace Charlie, but I want to say how many have done what he's done. Crowder, Knowles, Shapiro, even though you dislike him. Candace, Matt Walsh. I also recommend John Doyle from Heck Off Commie. Thank you. Big Daddy says, Hell's Only equals neo-Marxist Zoom dweeb. True Mr. Gentleman says, hey, Jeremy, I hate your guts, by the way. Do you remember when you never had time for the High Council? I do. Now it's a Friday Night Tights meme. Mike Hill says, Beardo says you got 4 minutes or he's switching off to Resident Evil. We are done. We're caught up. I'm going to go play Mario Kart with our locals members if you're interested. Hayden, we're going to have to wait until next time, but I left your tweet up the whole time. Follow Hayden Wayne if you are not. You should be following Hayden Wayne. If you had, let's get Hayden Wayne to 1,000 followers. All right, go follow Hayden Wayne. Can we do that? I'll look at those tweets though, Hayden. And you guys go to that tweet that I was looking at. Go follow Hayden. All right, thank you. Muller M says, this super chat is here to delay the gaming stream. Stop it. Go to the Gifts and Go for the Kirk family. It's linked in the pinned comment. I appreciate it. We're gonna go play Mario Kart World with the locals members. I appreciate all of you. Have a great evening. Drop a link to Hayden Wayne's Twitter account. Hayden, you can do it. You're a mod. You can do it. We got 5 Get the Memberships over on Rumble from Rankin. 5 gifted memberships. Thank you so much. I appreciate it. Dolified says, so many sad things happened this week. Everyone has been nonstop in covering, and y'all must be exhausted. Hopefully next week is easier for all of us. Let's hope so, brother. Absolutely. Okay, this is going to raid the Mario Kart World stream. If you're interested, we're playing with our locals members. They're going to join us. It's chaos. It's usually a lot of fun. I hope you guys will hang out with us. We greatly appreciate it. Have a good evening, and we will talk to all of you later. I'll see you on the gaming stream, everyone.